Okay, take four because I'm stupid. And my first one was too long, and the other two I've just messed up. Anyway, I just want to talk about some of the controversy in hashtag Kaiser recently. Only reason I'm making this video, despite the fact that I normally don't make videos or make comments about, Kaiser drama, is I got DEBT Reds. I uploaded it. I posted it in my server only with the people who chose to join my server. And then Hoshi picks it up without me telling them to, post it in Kaizo, and people get mad about it. So I kind of feel like I just have been attacked here for no good reason. I'm just minding my business. Okay. So yeah, just want to talk about it. Ununlick says, and we're back to no hand cam. This star is my number 13 right now. After getting tons of stuff up here, I don't really mind not using hand cam that much. I don't have the expectation of it being added to the list either, so there's that. Obviously for stuff up here like Tidon Reds, DOR, Eon Core, like a lot of the stuff up here I had hand cam for it because it's really hard for me. And it was important, and I felt like I should have hand cam for it because it's good. But nowadays, I mean, that's whatever. I DEBT Reds is like not that important. And if you're doubting me getting it legitimately, I do have a lot of videos here. We have yeah, we've got like oh yeah, here's the actual completion video right here, 817, 1305. Okay, so yeah, but then I think these are all just normal stars. I've been through this. Again, I've like done this like 3 times already because I'm dumb. Okay. So yeah, these are like normal stars, and then we get 2 attempts right here. You can see I have like an hour and something minutes of attempts. And I do have hand cam. I set up hand cam sometimes until I just stop giving a shit about a grind. you know, but I have hand cam for a lot of these. I have my dumb collision right here. And then we keep going. And yeah, here I just stopped using hand cam because at this point I have probably had a couple 24s and this recording got corrupted apparently. Yeah, like, also you can see, so when it's just a plus, that means I have my hand cam software open, but I'm not currently plugged in. And then when it's doing this, that means I don't even have the hand cam software open. If you really want to check, you can download the software, it's right there. So yeah, I did tons of attempts. If you can't tell. Yeah, dude, I was going through it with this star 4 hours and I didn't get it. It sucked, dude. Don't mind me skipping the end. That's literally just force of habit because like I usually when I'm doing stars, the way I look for like if I got the star is just to skip straight to the end. Got the star on any given attempt. Anyway, yeah. But you can see. I have tons of footage from this. And this miserable choke that happened at 24. I got really pissed off on the 14th. I took a 3-day break and then it took me a couple more days to get it. Or I guess it just took me that one day. That's fractured multiverse. Oh yeah, look at that. All that footage. Yeah, and I got it that day. But you can see that the whole stage, start to finish, took me like 7 days. It's not short. Anyway, so that's that much. Let's see, next point. Dolph and Angry were there for like most of my, or a good portion of my 24s. Again, I have my own personal Discord server. I will call in there with friends a lot, which includes like Angry and Dolph um, and who else? Angry, Dolph, oh yeah, Hudson, Confluence, all those people. And I stream my gameplay there a good portion of the time. So they literally watched it happen. That's that. Cryo says wrong PB layout too. Dude, after a hot second of a grind, I just stopped giving a shit about my PB. I'm not streaming it to Twitch, and again, I have no expectation of it being out of the list. So I'm not really doing it for anybody. The only reason to technically have a PB is to show other people where you are in your grind, which I'm not really doing. So that's that. And then he's like, "What DE stage even has 22 reds?" Yeah, what DE stage even has 22 reds? Andrew says, Eon Core. Kraz like on his Eon Core vid, it shows 16 out of 22 x3. Lamau. Bro needs to make up his mind. SMH. Again, I'm if I'm not actively broadcasting it to people, I don't really care about my PB that much. If you are so curious, though, in my Eon Core video, my PB was a 20 out of 22, which it was really stupid. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Okay, here we go.
I mean,
Yeah, so I died right here. No way, dude. It was really stupid. I kept going though, and I got the start right about here. So it was pretty cool. That's just, you know, my old dumb PB. If I really, dude, I don't even know how to fake hand cam. Let's see. I agree with Dolph. If you need hand cam to be able to tell if a completion is cheated, that's pretty damning to the list's credibility. It's pretty nuts. And also at this point, I've been like using hand cam kind of on and off, but for most of my hard accomplishments for well over a year. Um, like I feel like I've proven myself to be pretty legit, you know. I cheated a long time ago, and I cheated because I was addicted to cheating because I started it once and then I never stopped. But I'm not really addicted to cheating anymore. I actually do quite enjoy getting hard stars. So yeah. Let's see. Unlink says, why would I let someone who has cheated 100 plus stars in the past just go back fine and dandy? 100 isn't technically wrong, but it is a bit misleading. That would imply that I uploaded like 100 stars that were cheated, aka tasked 100 stars. That's not true. Probably only tasked like 15 to 20. I did technically star display in most things that weren't list worthy, that I didn't really upload videos for anyway. So it's sure I cheated 100 plus stars, but that's a weird metric. Um, yeah, let's see. I doubt he cares about the list. True. It's not like he's getting added like this ever. Okay. All right. At some point, the hand cam stars could be added, but there has to be some effort put into it from his side. And I don't know if you mean in terms of my personality or something, but in terms of proof standard, I have the single highest proof standards of basically anybody in the community. I've done most of my hardest accomplishments with hand cam, you know, which is something that mainly Pluto has done. So, I don't really know what to tell you about that. People talking about adding Dimension of Realms, which was completed with hand cam. Unlike says multiple people were against it, and then I was like reading back, the only opinions were in favor of adding the hand cam videos. I don't know why Diora hasn't been added. It's like I don't know. I honestly kind of agree that it should be added. I don't really care about adding most of my other stuff, but this is like a new top 3. As you can see, I have it listed at my top 2 right now. So adding it is good for the community's sake over anything else. Yeah. Dolph says I'm not allowed in most Kaiser chats because of a combo of that, I guess, cheating, and Memphis lying about being doxxed. I'm not gonna go into detail here, but it kind of is a complete lie. and my relationship with Memphis and Lana and Bubby and Solo and all those people is a pretty long and convoluted history at this point. It didn't go well. It's never really gone that well. Um, yeah, so that's funny. Dolph literally affirms me and saying I do think it's fair from his perspective to give up on carrying. Yeah, dude, I really have. I don't know if anybody read my T-Down description, but in there I was like, I'm not playing to be competitive at this point. I'm not playing to get added to any list or try to make it back into the community. I'm just playing the game. Um, Like says he's not allowed because he was a dick to a lot of people back then, plus his arrogance. I was a dick to a lot of people like 5 years ago when I was like 13, 14, like 15. It's been a really long time since then. I've changed a lot, and also you kind of have to give, young teenagers the benefit of the doubt here. Like I was stupid. I was young. I've matured a hell of a lot since then. Um, and then also as for the arrogance, like I feel like I've done a pretty good job at straying away from things like hour counts or difficulty opinions or anything like that. I mean, if you look, I don't even like have a number rating on all of these just because I don't want to. I put them in a category. That's it. That's it. Yeah. And then also, I mean, sure, I guess I probably could have come off as a bit arrogant back then. Um, and I guess sorry for that. Most arrogant thing I did, I think, on this account is when everybody got mad at me for saying I haven't gone for a new hardest in about a month, clueless, which in my opinion isn't very arrogant. I mean, it is just the objective truth. But also, well, it's technically a lie because I had by that point I probably already had like course 1200s and whatever. But it was the truth for the narrative that I was telling at the time. Um, so yeah, Dolph says he's not that arrogant. Arnold says clueless. Dolph says, "Fuck you mean clueless?" Um, I mean, yeah, we'll come back to that in a second. Um, Me and Dolph have met twice. We met once back when I was doing Jonks Hundreds, and we met again, like maybe a couple months ago, during the summer. He was around town, so and he was like, he texted me one morning, or not texted me, he messaged me on Discord one morning, and he's like, "Yo, I'm at your campus. We should meet up," and we did. Um, yeah. Um, Like says, Dolph, no offense, but I'm not surprised he's not a dick to you when you're his friend. Um, let's see. Well, of course, but also I'm not really a dick to anybody at this point. Um, at least you kind of acknowledge that by saying that said, I don't really interact with him myself. It's just things I've heard about him. So like, yeah, thanks for acknowledging that. That's cool. Okay, for instance, when I go into Andrew's chat, that's kind of a community center. I don't really know people very well there, so I kind of just meme around and talk a bit. Make some stupid, really bad jokes. Um, I don't know, I'm not like mean to people. At least I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what Ira means by rude or untrusting towards him, but really all we've done is like talk about math in the past couple months, literally about real analysis, which I took over the summer. Um, yeah, and then kind of the end of this to wrap it up is I don't and like coming back to the point earlier. Um, like says, in the few chat interactions I've seen from him shortly after coming clean, which were still pretty arrogant. Dolph says, "Give me an example," and like just kind of says, there's nothing really to discuss anymore. I don't have chat logs from back then. It's just the vibe I got. I'm gonna call that one out because I also hold myself to the standard. But if I'm having an argument with someone and I make a claim and they say back it up, I'm usually just like I'm not usually just like, oh, I can't, or just avoid the topic. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, dude, whatever. So yeah, that's really everything from this little drama. Oh yeah, because GMD shut it down. I didn't see that. Thank you, GMD. Pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway, that's kind of all I have to say about this. Um, I don't know. I'm not really upset by it. I get it. I'm a point of contention, but I just I thought I should make this video. So here we are. Anyway, I think this is it. I want to say bye now. Bye. Okay, guys, I just came back because Lana started typing and said more stuff. She said he admitted to cheating in 2024 and 2025 with the same reason. We I don't think we've even called in 2025, Lana. Barely any in 2024. And also, even then, there's like literally no proof of this. Um, I I don't know why you're straight up just lying. Um, and then she says he also lies about how long stars take him. I I mean, I try to give an estimate. I don't keep track, but I try to give a good estimate. And most of the time, what I do is I'll just go through the recordings that I have from any given star and sum up the time. I think that's what Unendlicht is actually. And then I'll just from there do I'll probably add like 50% for practice, and that's what I do. So it's an estimate. It's all just an estimate. Um uh I'd like to at least mention personal feud with Lana. It seems like, and from what I've heard from other people too, this is not just me. It seems like any time my name is mentioned at this point, Lana starts typing and starts criticizing me like, pretty incessantly. Um, this is not a one-time thing. And it's kind of weird for someone who tr trusted me and defended me when we were still friends, before the whole Memphis doxing thing, which is just, I'm just gonna put it out there once again. It's a complete lie. Um, it's kind of odd that she suddenly changed her mind after a different drama came up, and now she will just like incessantly berate me. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I were mentioned something good. If someone cheats with hand cam, then the cheating can be proven, and then it's just like, yeah, he says to be clear, if Oxen is found to have cheated a single star with hand cam, I'll agree that none of his clears hold any merit. So, for that reason, dear entire Kaiser community, I challenge you to find a single star on my account that I've cheated. A single star. There are none. There are just none. Also, Lana says he has the ability to cheat with ease. Okay, wow, it's like this is still being typed out. I started this recording 3 minutes ago, and in that time there has been more, done more whatever. So, let's see here. More messages sent. Um, yeah, he has the ability to cheat with ease. I can task stuff with Mupin. I can't with Project 64, and I especially can't fake hand cam. So I don't know what to say about that. Like, and I don't even know if I can use like Project 64 spy with Mupin 64. Mupin 64, right? Is it Mupin 64? Oh yeah, no, it is. Um, yeah, like, like, what are you doing? Oh, this is what they're talking about. Oh, Solo says it is worth saying that I'm 100% sure Lana has told me before that she on call watched him add stars into DE first run through star display that he didn't want to get. I, okay, I have, I'm gonna go over here and open up Project 64 real quick. I have, this isn't Project 64, here it is. I have, first run 100%, second run, okay? I don't have any stars in first run. I do, but I'm not gonna claim to on this account. The reason I have it done like this, and the reason I have them edited in, is that if/when I beat DE, I would really like to make like a DE full completion video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove all of the stars in second run, and then go through and beat first run, and then I will edit everything else. Like I'll edit the whole video together. So I'm gonna beat DE first run. I'm not cheating it in. I'm just doing it for like the sake of continuity. So I hope that clears things up. And even Dolphus, like he openly has 0 progress in first run. Yeah. I love how 2 mods now have tried to shut down this conversation. And Lana and Solo have both continued it past that. So it's a little odd. Now worth noting that splicing alone isn't cheating, claiming that the splice run as save stateless or as a speedrun PD is cheating. I agree. And I used to claim it as, you know, save stateless, but I haven't even passed anything, but also if I did, like if I made a theory task for something, I would call it a theory task. Yeah. Okay, that's literally everything that has been said. Oh, Duck said, I really wish people would allow people they personally dislike to change. It's very saddening to see. I agree, Duck. I appreciate it. You're a pretty cool guy. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see ya.